I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but even occasional alcohol consumption can significantly hinder your gains. And I know this topic is discussed a lot, and it's common sense to most people that drinking alcohol will blunt your progress. But I don't think it's very well talked about how exactly this happens, and I think that's a mistake because when you look into the science of it, you can see how significant drinking alcohol is on your muscle growth. So that's what I'm going to do today. And also, I'm going to guide all you viewers through how I guide my clients through scheduling your drinking without it affecting your bodybuilding goals. Okay, so how does this actually happen? Firstly, when you drink alcohol, your body will break it down into byproducts called reactive oxygen species. These are molecules that damage cells and causes something you've probably heard of. It's called oxidative stress. Uh, so in response to this, your body will turn on a repair process called autophagy, where damaged components are broken down. This also includes the mitochondria, by the way, which is like the powerhouse of the cells in your body, and they convert food into energy, as well as many other processes. I know that sounds a bit ascientific, but it's actually true. One of the pathways involved in muscle growth is it's a protein complex called mTOR, which is short for mechanistic target of rapamycin. So mTOR is like a growth switch for your body, and it helps muscles grow by it regulates hormones like growth hormone and IGF-1. But when you drink alcohol, you're inhibiting mTORC1, which is one of the two types of mTOR. So your muscle can't build muscle as effectively, and this will be very problematic for obviously someone trying to recover after a workout, or someone trying to work out while the body is still metabolizing alcohol from the day before, because alcohol will block mTORC1 activity, which mTORC1 activity will happen post exercise. This happens. So there's a misconception where people think that alcohol won't affect your muscle growth as long as you're not a regular consumer. But this will happen regardless of if you're regularly drinking alcohol. This occurs acutely. So, yeah, obviously it's amount dependent, but even in small amounts, this is shown to have happened. There's also hormonal pathways too. This pathway is more affected by regular drinking, whereas the mTORC1 pathway is acutely affected. Alcohol reduces the production of gonadotropin releasing hormone, which also leads to the lowering of the levels of the gonadotropes, which is luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, which are the two hormones essential for testosterone production. So chronic alcohol consumption will lower your testosterone production and obviously in turn lower muscle growth. And also drinking alcohol will increase the production of a hormone called adrenocorticotropic hormone, or ACTH, which will lead to higher levels of cortisol and aldosterone. For those who don't know, aldosterone is basically it's a hormone which leads to problematic water retention. Um, I th- I don't know if this is actually the reason, but I've speculated in my blog article that the reason alcoholics they look constantly bloated is because of this aldosterone hormone. Also, high cortisol leads to the breakdown of muscle tissue. It does this because cortisol is a glucocorticoid steroid, so it binds to the glucocorticoid receptor, and leads to the breakdown of muscle. Um, so, all right. So we know the theory on how this happens. Something I didn't mention is a night of heavy drinking will block muscle protein synthesis for 12 hours, And also, alcohol blocks REM sleep the night after drinking, and obviously, sleep will have an indirect impact on muscle growth. So, as I said before, a night of heavy drinking will, or even like moderate drinking, will block muscle protein synthesis for 12 hours, and also it will turn off MTORC1, which is a growth switch that occurs after exercise. So let me guide you guys through how I help my clients scheduling a occasional drink without it affecting their bodybuilding. So basically, the night you're planning to drink, you don't work out that day, and you don't work out the day after either. So you take 2 days off. The reason being, the workout you do on the day of the drink will be basically nullified because the alcohol will turn off mTORC1, obviously. And then the day after, heavy drinking will block muscle protein synthesis. So any workout done the day after will have diminished returns. And also another thing to consider is that obviously the hangover the day after, because of a number of reasons, but one of them being the blocking of REM sleep will reduce how hard you train, and you won't be able to push yourself as hard after a night of drinking. So you take those 2 days off, and then the day after, the morning after the drinking, which is the second day you take off, you're gonna want to eat lots of carbohydrates, things like vegetables and fruits, get a lot of micronutrients in, because the reason being, muscle protein synthesis will be blunted for 12 hours after, so there's no real point loading up on protein. So I'd say, honestly, and also prioritize healthy fats too, because they're going to be less inflammatory for your body, which is already trying to recover from the oxidative stress caused from the alcohol consumption. So there you go. That's how I help my clients through scheduling in occasional alcohol consumption. Because look, at the end of the day, we all have lives. Like, bodybuilding is a big part of our lives, but it's not everything. So some people still want to drink on their birthdays, friends' birthdays, weddings, special occasions, whatever. And, that's completely fine. Like, that's up to your decision. I don't think people should be too anal about it. It's more just doing it in an intelligent way. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.